It's a parking lot princess. It's got the Carolina squat. It's the squatting princess.
This guy wins. He wins 2 contests.
What he's packing under the dashboard, he uses to push the third pedal, the clutch.
Thank you, especially to the person who knows how to whistle. That is a lost art. So this week I went to Small Town America Burnout Contest. Just fantastic stuff. Everybody loves a good burnout contest. And they actually got rid of it, but by popular demand, it came back. So there was tire smoke, there was diesel exhaust, the cops, the fire department, everybody was there having a great time. And then this shows up, and expectations go through the roof. Oh, this guy spent $150,000 on his truck. It's gonna be great. He's not gonna mind like ripping through his tires and giving us a big show. At best, it was a 1-tire fire for like 15 seconds. It was probably the worst performer out there. But what do you expect from a mall crawler?
Mall crawler, to me, that's something else. I mean, where I came from, a mall crawler was sort of a riff on the rock crawler, which would have been a Jeep. This, like in my vocabulary, would have been a parking lot princess.
Okay, so it's a parking lot princess. It's got the Carolina squat. It's the squatting princess. I think that's a Disney movie that's going to come out next summer.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one. It's the one where the heroine at the end dies of dysentery.
Yeah. See, to me, a mall crawler is neither of those things. It's actually a man with a moustache with a long trench coat that actually goes to malls and looks for underage children.
The mall creeper, mall crawler, yeah, pretty similar, really.
It's not surprising to me at all that this one wound up being pretty disappointing. I mean, these are notorious for being driven by men who are overcompensating, so I'm sure that wasn't his only poor performance.
So you're saying despite having a pickup bed, the package he delivers could be like substandard?
Yeah, and he's probably like 5'4". Right. It's funny that you brought that one up though, because I found myself this week at a traffic light, stopped next to one of those trucks. And I doubt it was the same one, but it very well could have been. They're all kind of the same, right? You take this vehicle that was a tool to start with, and then you make it worse in every way.
And then you put a tool inside of it.
Exactly, and the only tool left is the one driving it. But I had to take a picture of this one because I pulled up and the wheel was kind of interesting. So check this one out. Zoom in for me on this if you can. So you notice what it says? "'Tis off-road." You would never take that tire and that wheel off-road, let alone with the suspension and all the crap you've done to the truck. Like this is ridiculous.
Tis soon to be off-rim as well. Right?
Yeah,
the second exactly, it does go off-road.
It just dawned on me though, like it could just be referring to driving on the driveway, which is not technically the road. Or the
parking lots, not on road. Yeah, exactly.
And that goes for like basically everything done to all of those jacked up pickups. You take, again, this one. Total utilitarian vehicle. I think this is like a 97 F350 with the towing package, mind you. Notice the running lights and the extendable like towing mirrors. And then I don't even know what to call this. You do this to it, and it winds up looking like this and doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore.
That is a lot of chrome underneath that car, isn't it?
You see people at beaches with a metal detector trying to find change. I think they've lit up the bottom of the car to try to find spare change as they drive along to pay for the sins that they've committed against car nature.
Well, the other shame with this one is that they've added so much chrome.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a 1-ton pickup, and they've added 1 ton of chrome, which got them right back to where they started, but looking dumber.
So payload capacity is down to 0. Speaking of functionality or lack thereof, you see these things at SEMA all the time. They've kind of taken over 36-inch rims, whatever, and that's all wheel. I've seen a half a dozen of these things without a drive shaft. So not only is it less useful, it renders it totally undrivable.
Not surprising, not surprising. But I actually found one even better than this. It's this one. This guy wins. He wins 2 contests. The first is that he's, classically overcompensating, clearly. He wins at that game.
Yeah.
And the second is that he's also compensating for all of the environmental progress that all of humanity has made in the last 60 years.
Any new policy that's enacted in government has this person in mind when they're doing it.
It has his photo attached to the bill.
Yeah, 100%.
There's 2 environmental policymakers in each one of these.
2 cadavers being mummified.
Just to be covered in black smoke, soon to be eaten by the British who used to eat mummies, if you didn't know that.
But he has proved his point.
I mean, do we need any of these vehicles on the road?
Of course we do.
We absolutely don't. Right? And I would go, these are obviously ridiculous versions of the trucks that you guys own.
You know me, I got a M3, it's just a little sports
mine's
car.
an Audi.
Yeah, just sensible. And what are the other vehicles that you drive?
I've got a little side-by-side, a dirt bike.
You got a big Chevy.
I've got a Shelby Silverado.
Big ghastly Chevy, okay.
Inline 6 turbo diesel, very efficient, 28 mpg.
I mean, coming from England, nobody needs any of these vehicles, right? You guys are picking up groceries and the stuff. These people are doing the same stuff. This is the truck that you need. This is the only truck that you need.
That's not a truck.
Yeah, is that a truck?
Calm down. This is the Honda Acti, right? Much like other Japanese trucks, it has a 6.5-foot bed.
The bed on my truck is 2 inches longer because I got the long bed.
Okay, you got the long bed. What is yours? What do you got?
5.5 feet.
5.5-foot bed. Okay, so you can fit more and do more in this vehicle than you can in your truck.
Well, and I must say that this guy clearly is not compensating for something.
Absolutely not. And you know what? It's manual as well. So what he's packing under the dashboard, he uses to push the third pedal, the clutch.
Full-on tripod driving this thing. All right, well, I guess that's the last word. If you want a real man, find one that drives a Honda Acti.